This is my summer designer fragrances for the year 2021. If you are interested to know my list this year, please stay tuned after this intro. What is going on, guys, and welcome again to another video. I know the pandemic is almost over finally, and I am glad, as you do as well. I'm pretty sure you're glad to finally able to wear your summer fragrances and just go out and just do something finally with your loved ones. So this 10 fragrances that I have here for you guys, they're not in any particular order because I just couldn't number them, okay? I love these 10 fragrances almost equally. I have my favorites, but they're all great, okay? And they all would do you justice with any of them this summer season. But before that, I have to mention to subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell right next to it to not miss any of this guy in the future, and also give me a like for encouragement and follow my sweet Instagram, as well as my new favorite app, which is Clubhouse, that I am on it pretty much all the time to learn something new. And I created this fragrance forum there, so I'm just gonna leave links down below if you can join me in my club at Clubhouse to actually be able to talk to you guys, all of you, in person. Okay, so if you just wanna hang out, talk fragrances, please follow my link, so go follow me there. Okay, my number 10 on my list is a great fragrance. It smells a lot like Aventus, but it's not cloning Aventus to the max. It doesn't smell like 100% Aventus, okay? It starts off like Aventus, but fresher Aventus, and it dries down into more of a musky Aventus in a way, okay? I love this scent. It's very conveniently priced as well, especially if you buy it online. And I'm talking about Mont Blanc Explorer. I just love this scent, guys. One of my favorite designer fragrances all year round, but summertime in particular, just because of how zesty and fresh and Aventusy this one smells like. If you cannot afford Aventus, or if you just want to save your bottle of Aventus, this is your best bet, just to get something very affordable, and it'll save you your bottle of Aventus for special occasions. That's what I do personally, and I don't even remember when was the last time I wore my actual Aventus, just because I have this now. I have multiple clones of Aventus that I kind of like rotate, just because they are all great, okay? You just can't go wrong with any of them. And this is probably one of the cheapest when it comes to authentic brands that are inspired by Aventus, and I just love it the way it is. Mont Blanc Explorer is a must for everybody's collection, in my honest opinion. My number 9 on my list is the epitome of a summer scent. It smells great, it smells gorgeous, and I love this scent in particular. And it's weirdly enough, I just picked this scent as my number 9 because I just picked it up randomly. But Givenchy Gentleman Cologne is one of my favorites, without a doubt. I just love this scent, guys. It was, I believe, like my number 1 or my number 2 last year when I was numbering my scents, but this year I decided not to, and it is on my number 9. But nevertheless, I'm just gonna wear this one a lot this year, just because I love it, okay? This is more of a very fresh green irisy type of a scent. It's different enough for being a very summery scent. I just love it. It's very pleasing to the masses. It's great for office wear, or just to wear white. Look at this bottle, how clean, how pretty that bottle is. I just love this bottle, and I always can imagine myself wearing like a white polo shirt or a white shirt with white pants and just going out daytime having this fragrance on. This is the epitome of that, okay? Love this scent, and you have to try it out if you haven't, okay? Givenchy Gentleman Cologne is one of my favorites for summer for sure. Holy the crap cannoli. I'm telling you guys, I'm just picking these fragrances randomly, and my number 8 that came out in my hand right now, it was Y Live by Yves Saint Laurent, or YSL. I love this one, okay? This one definitely on the Aventusy side, but definitely much herbalier. So it's definitely not as sweet as not Aventus, Invictus, that's what I meant to say. Also, it's definitely more grown up than Invictus just because of that herbal feel that this one definitely has. I love this one, definitely an attention grabber. This one definitely will get you compliments, and ladies love this one, okay? This is something that I would love to wear going out at night, a summer night, of course. And this one smells great, gets compliments, and definitely something that I highly recommend you and encourage you guys to try out. I love YSL Eau de Parfum. I think it's great on its own, but don't sleep out on Y Live as well. It's one of my favorite flankers of all time. Seriously, guys, beautiful stuff. And did I say it's definitely fresher version of Invictus as well? And I just love how blue that bottle is. That bottle looks gorgeous and looks classy for being simple. Anyway, I just love this one, and I highly encourage you to try it out as well. Y Live is a great one, okay? My number 7 on my list is a great fragrance I personally love, and I'm telling you guys, I've been plugging this fragrance for the longest time. This fragrance doesn't have any love in the community. I don't know why. It smells phenomenal. It lasts, it projects, and it will definitely get you compliments, and it's fresh. Okay, and it's hardly to find fresh fragrances with those components with those characters right here. I love Dolce & Gabbana, the one gray. I know it's a flanker for the gorgeous Dolce & Gabbana, the one, the original, or the EDP. This one is definitely a fresher version of the original. But it's great, okay? Imagine Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP that everybody loves, okay? This one smells exactly like it, but much fresher, okay? It's just like adding a lot of citruses, a lot of great fresh nuances with the original DNA. It lasts and it projects for being that fresh, and I just love it. Seriously, guys, one of my favorite summer fragrances or fresh office fragrances, like bar none. The one gray by Dolce & Gabbana, the one, trust me, you have to try this one out and try it. Don't listen to anybody, just try it out on your own, and you have to forget about the original Dolce & Gabbana, the one Eau de Parfum, and just treat this one as a fragrance on its own, okay? This way you would love this scent, okay? Because I'm telling you, if you tried this scent from a different brand, you would fall in love with it, just because this one is associated with the magnificent 10 out of 10 Dolce & Gabbana, the one. That's why it's just not having that much love, okay? But on its own, it's a great fragrance. Dolce & Gabbana, the one, great. Beautiful one, okay? My number 6 on my list is another great fragrance I personally love. It's another long-lasting, sexy, long-lasting tonka bean fragrance. It is fresh, okay? It's a flanker of another Armani Code, and I'm talking about Armani Code Colonia this time, which is a fragrance or a flanker I personally love. This one lasts, this one projects, this one gets compliments, this one is fresh, but definitely a tonka beanie, somewhat irisy fresh. Iris is not listed here, but it definitely gives that irisy powdery feel in a way. That's why I'm assuming probably it has some iris in it. But overall, this one is definitely great, definitely fresh, definitely sexy for being fresh, okay? Try Armani Code Colonia to its own. And this is another slept on a flanker, just because the Armani Code darker flankers are definitely a hit, and I love them all. I have them pretty much all, most of them that I have. But this one on its own, if you don't associate this one with the original Armani Code or its Armani Code flankers, this is a great fragrance on its own. Armani Code Colonia, it's a pretty good one that you need to try out. Summer is not summer with a little bit of Dior Sauvage. I chose for you guys the Eau de Toilette because it's the summerier of the whole bunch, and I hate that this one smells great, okay? I know this one got very famous. I know a lot of people, especially girls, every time that I hang out now at Clubhouse, go follow me and follow my club at Clubhouse, the fragrance forum there, and say hi. A lot of people that I talk to them fragrance-wise, everybody chose Dior Sauvage. I'm telling you, I try to talk to people that not into fragrances and to see what everybody likes, because not everybody is a fragrance connoisseur, and most of the people, they just like to smell good, okay, with a fragrance or two, with two fragrances or something like that, and that's all they need. And if you are one of those people, Dior Sauvage, it's a must, okay. This is something that all the ladies love. So if you just wanna attract some ladies' attention, you're just gonna have to get yourself some Dior Sauvage. If you just wanna get compliments in general, you're just gonna have to get yourself Dior Sauvage. The downside is that a lot of people know Dior Sauvage, a lot of people have Dior Sauvage, so you're not gonna be a unique smelling dude, but you're just gonna be a great smelling dude that people know what you are into or what you're smelling, okay? So it's not that bad for owning or wearing Dior Sauvage, okay? I haven't worn it in a long time, but I need to change that, especially after Clubhouse nowadays. Everybody loves Dior Sauvage, and they kind of like put me in the mood to start wearing Dior Sauvage again, okay? That's why it is on my number list, and I forgot. It's not really counted. Anyway, so yeah, it is on my number 6, I believe, or 5, or whatever the case may be, but Dior Sauvage is a must. Own it. My number 4 on my list is a great fragrance I personally love. It's not known, it's not famous, it's extremely cheap if you buy it from Europe, which is available. It's a Spanish brand, and every single person that I recommended this to them and they bought it of my recommendations, all of them, they loved it, okay? That's why I'm really excited to hype this fragrance up. If you live in Europe, you're just gonna get it for $20, $30 or so. If you live in the US, you can get it for $20, $30, then pay like $50 shipping just to bring it from Europe, okay? And I'm talking about Aqua Fresca Citrus Cedro by Adolfo Dominguez. This is a 250 ml bottle of this one, so I'm assuming I would never run out of this juice right here. But this juice, it's fresh to the max, it's vetiver to the max, but it's the clean vetiver that kind of like the vetiver you'll find at Bergamot 22 by Le Labo. So you see how fresh Le Labo is, Bergamot 22 with that vetiver background. The same vetiver in here pretty much, with a lot of great citruses that smells like lemonade. So imagine lemonade, freshly squeezed lemonade, not sweet, not as sweet, and with added a little bit of clean vetiver in the background. It projects not bad at all on my skin. It lasts not bad at all on my skin, especially if I overspray and I spray my clothes. Seriously guys, this one gets me compliments, this one projects, this one lasts, and for the price, you just can't go wrong with it. Aqua Fresca Citrus Cedro by Adolfo Dominguez. That's the name of this fragrance because it has multiple flankers as well, just to make sure which one you should get. Even though I own 2 of their offerings, and the 2 of them are great so far. So I'm assuming all their flankers are good, but I haven't smelled all their flankers so far, but this one is great, okay? And the other one that I have, Aqua Fresca, I think the original Aqua Fresca is also great, but it's more like a barber shop type of a scent. So if you are into kind of like Rive Gauche type of things, the other one is probably your best bet over this one, but I prefer this one way more, honestly. Great stuff, okay? My number 3 on my list is definitely one of my most complimented summery scents, okay? It's very powdery, it smells like fresh linen sheets, and by that, you guys know which brand is that, because this brand is very famous with their very clean linen smelling fragrances, okay? And I'm talking about Prada L'Homme. Prada in general, they always make this very clean, summery scents, and this one is like that. Trust me guys, but this one is like an iris bomb. It's definitely leaning, I would say, unisex. A lot of people, they say it's a little bit feminine for them, and a lot of ladies as well love to wear this one on them as well. I find it to be totally unisex. A lady or a dude can just pull this one off easily, and they'll get compliments. Okay, this one projects, this one lasts, and just don't be afraid. This one smells great, so you can have 10, 20 sprays on, no problem. Okay, Prada L'Homme, one of my favorites, and the fact that I just opened that cap like this one smells great. Okay, you need to have this one in your collection. My friend, one of my best friends, he just wanted to have a couple of fragrances, so he was coming to my house a lot to try out my fragrances to see which one he should buy. He bought Prada L'Homme, he bought Excess Night by Paco Rabanne, with some other stuff. He bought Dior Sauvage, he bought Invictus. I remember, I forgot what else he bought, but this one of what he told me, that's the one he wears the most. He already like finished half of the bottle, and that's his most complimented scent. I even complimented him on this scent multiple times. He smells great on this one. This one will definitely get you compliments. Prada L'Homme, it's a must-have for pretty much all year round, but summertime would definitely shine. Okay, my number 2 on my list is another great fragrance I personally loved. I personally haven't worn this scent in a long time, just because it just got lost in a shuffle. Sometimes when you have a lot of fragrances, you just can't wear them all. Okay, sometimes even though you love some fragrances, but sometimes they're just in the back of your shelf, or you just put them somewhere and you totally forget about it. Because I'm messy, that always happened to me, and that what happened to me with Allure Homme Sport, not Eau Extrême, the regular sport. I love this one, guys. I think this one is one of my favorite flankers from the Allure Homme line. This one definitely fresh, but high quality fresh. Okay, it smells a lot like the Versace, not Man of Fresh, the Versace, the regular Versace L'Homme. Forgot. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I tend to forget things, but this one, honestly, it's much better. It's definitely way more expensive, but at the same time, it will worth the price, honestly, because it smells great. Okay, this one gets compliments. This one projects. It doesn't last the longest, to be honest, but I'm okay with that just because of how great this one smells like, and the positive feedbacks I get from other people. That's why I always love my Allure Homme Sport. And this one is almost like halfway full already, so I need to get myself a backup bottle in the future. Okay, Allure Homme Sport is my number 2 just because I love it. Okay, my number 1 scent, yes, it's Profondo, just because I love it. Okay, this is another Sauvage type of a thing, even though it doesn't smell like Sauvage at all. This one is definitely brighter, citrusier, Aqua di Gio. I don't know if that's even a word, but I don't care anyway, with a lot of ambroxan. Okay, the same thing as Dior Sauvage, that has got a lot of ambroxan. This one is kind of like Aqua di Gio, much citrusier with a lot of ambroxan. This one projects. This one gets some great feedbacks, some great compliments from people, and it is definitely my favorite summer scent this year. It was my favorite scent last year, I believe, as well. Seriously, guys, if you don't wanna buy or wear Dior Sauvage, I just wanna get something in the same vein but smells different, I highly encourage you to try Profondo out. Okay, because Profondo, yes, it smells a lot like Dior, not Dior, Acqua di Gio, but definitely much more than Acqua di Gio. Acqua di Gio nowadays just doesn't last, it doesn't project, it's just like a blah type of a scent. It was great back in the day, smell wise still great, but performance actually took a big hit when it comes to that fragrance. That's why they came out with another greater, more modern version of the original Acqua di Gio. This one is great, I love it. It's between this and Profumo. Profumo is more like a well put together type of man. You know, it's definitely got some darker nuances. That's why I just didn't put it on my summer list. Profumo, it's more like a winter or like in between season type of a scent, especially my winter here in LA. But this one definitely, even though you can wear it all year round, just because of how fresh and the performance here is great and people would smell you from distance. I feel like this one is even stronger than Dior Sauvage, okay? And I have the original Dior Sauvage as well. But this one, it's like a beast on my skin. Really, really projects, really, really lasts, and people really love it on my skin, okay? Acqua di Gio Profondo, it's a great, great one. Something that you need to snatch on nowadays before it gets reformulated like every scent does pretty much, okay? And this is pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys again for watching, subscribing and doing all the good stuff. Follow me on my Clubhouse page, because I really truly want to talk to you guys, and let's discuss fragrances in the future, and let's just make Clubhouse fragrance forum a thing, because it doesn't exist yet there. Why not? We don't have a room or a clubhouse, which has a lot of clubs for pretty much everything, okay? But fragrances so far. So I just want to make this happen. So go follow my Clubhouse page. Go follow me on Clubhouse. Follow my sweet Instagram. Subscribe, of course, here as well, and give me a like for this video, okay? And this is pretty much it. I know sponge making smelling good, always easy. And also comment in the section down below, what do you think of my lists? What did I miss this year I didn't put on this list, okay? Let me know what you're gonna be wearing the most at this summer season, and I am curious and would love to know, okay? Peace.